A 17-year-old beat the entire Chelsea first team in a fitness test in pre-season. Cole Palmer came second, Estêvão came third, but an academy kid was the player that won. That's not a rumour, that actually happened. He is one of the 5 players in this video. You probably don't know too much about these academy players at Chelsea just yet, but Xabi Alonso does. All 5 were named in his pre-season tour to Asia, and by May next year, I think you'll know all 5 names. They'll be breaking out in some capacity, whether that's first team, under 21s, or just sort of attention. So which one has the biggest breakout? We're counting down 5 to 1. Number 1 made his Champions League debut at 17. But number 5 plays left back and is a natural born leader. Calvin Diakite is 17 years old. Like I said, natural leader. He's really mature football wise and seems off the pitch as well. England have already come calling. He represents them at under 17s level. And defensively, he's the real deal. He's great at one-on-one defending, solid in isolation, up against tricky wingers where there are a lot of in academy football. But going forward, he's absolutely rapid as well and a genuine attacking threat too. He can put in some nice cutbacks, some nice crosses. But why did Xabi include him on the pre-season tour? Well, you know, Cucurella has left for Real Madrid. Jarell Hato is more of a defensive left back. I mean, I guess he could go more forwards, but he's more of a solid at the back defender, build-up defender. Malo Gusto can play left back, but he's been at the World Cup. We're looking to add a new left back to our ranks. But Diakite's profile fits at the right moment. He's a modern left back with a mature head. I'd start tracking him. I'm sure he'll be playing in the under 21s a lot more next season. A common theme through this video is going to be the under 18s final win. It was the national final played at Stamford Bridge and we played Manchester City. I'll reveal the scoreline further down the line, but Diakite started at left back in that game. Actually, I think all 5 of these players started in that game, which goes to show they were in the under 18s last season, in the best under 18s team in the country, but also playing under 21s football, and now are with the first team in pre-season. But number 4 is a very different animal. He's a centre back, but he passes like a number 10. Number 4 is Olutayo Subuloye. He's 18 years old. He's a very tall centre back, and the fact he's 18 that tall, I'm sure he's only going to grow a little bit taller. He's a leader as well, very physical. He loves his duels. He'll win his headers, dominant aerially. He'll drag the other defenders back into shape. He's great on the ball, passing out the back is very nice, but his long balls, his diagonals are very good as well. That's the Alonso fit. Build from the back, go long when you have to. I'm not going to put the expectations on any of these players too high, but the sky's the limit for a lot of these guys. He won an award, I think it was Chelsea Scholar of the Year last season, so he's been seen as having a big future and a decent guy off the pitch as well. He's got years to add as a centre back. It's about building experience, and he's only going to get that in the under 21s in the coming few seasons, I'm guessing. But yeah, look out for Subuloye. I think he'll be on your radar during the season. It's not often that an academy centre back has this much raw talent, and Subuloye is a bit different, I think. But number 3 has Chelsea in his blood. He's a son of our former director of football, Michael Emenalo. His name is Landon Emenalo. He's 18. He's a versatile defender. He's primarily a left back, can play centre back or midfield as well. And very interestingly, in both closed door friendlies under Xabi Alonso in pre-season before we played Western Sydney Wanderers, he was the only academy player to start both games against Crawley and Bromley, who are 2 League 2 teams if I'm not mistaken. That's Alonso showing real trust. Physically he's advanced, he's already built like an adult, and that's probably why he was playing against Crawley and Bromley. But he's not just a bruiser, he's so silky in the ball. His ball retention is very nice. His dribbling out of tight spaces, driving forward, making dangerous, not to mention his great range of passing, little close ones, long ones. He defends well too. He's basically got everything that you would ask for. He can even play midfield. In the under 18s national final, he was in the midfield 3, while Diakite was at left back. So the versatility that he shows is his pathway and his strength. In pre-season, he can cover a lot of different positions. Perhaps in a cup game next season, if left back needs cover, or maybe there's an opportunity for a midfielder to play in a, I don't know, so in against an opposition similar level of Crawley or Bromley. He's already shown that he can do that. There's quite a realistic route to minutes for Emenalo next season. But number 2 is funny. He barely smiles, just scores screamers, and has probably one of the highest ceilings in the Chelsea academy. Number 2 is Ryan Kavuma-McQueen. He's 17 years old, left-footed. He's a right winger, but with modern wingers you can play on either side really. He's a great dribbler. It's not quite silky smooth like a Messi or a Hazard. He just sort of forces his way through, but is in control of the ball the whole time. He's rapid. His physical acceleration is incredible, and he will knock a ball forwards and then run onto it. But his ball striking is the headline, really. He's an amazing striker of the ball. He can score screamers from distance. He's got composure one-on-one to slot it in the corner. He's calm in front of goal. His finishing, like, he's got the finish of a striker, really. But his dribbling attributes allows him to play on the wing and be like an inside forward. Then there's the temperament. He's so, like, from pictures and video, he's so locked in. He's all about business, and yeah, I don't mind that. I quite like that. The moment that summed him up, though, is in the under-18s national final that I keep referencing. Chelsea beat Man City 5-1 basically, and he scored a brace, including the very last kick of the game. The ball came to him, he body feinted one defender, goes the other way, leaves about 3 defenders in the dust, slots it past the keeper, and yeah, it wrapped up the game, winning 5-1. And he's still very young, 17 years old. His ceiling is, like I said, the sky's the limit, but whatever's above that, the stars are the limit for Ryan Kavuma-McQueen. If he can keep developing at this trajectory, he's only going to keep climbing. But before we move on to number 1, who I think will break out in terms of attention more than Ryan Kavuma-McQueen next season, honourable mentions, like, obviously this is my list, like, it's a top 5. I can pick the 5 I want. Chelsea's academy is one of the best in the world. There's 20 names that could be breaking out next season, of course. But 5 puts it in a nice number, and it's good for retention for YouTube videos. But players that, if you don't know about, you should know about as a little list. Shim, Mheuka, he was the Premier League 2 player of the season last season, playing for Chelsea, 18 goals in 19 games. Why isn't he in this list? I mean, he's probably going to break out in men's football next season. A loan looks likely, perhaps to a Coventry with Frank Lampard manager, or a championship loan. Anyway, I think he will break out, but perhaps away from Chelsea next season, and then maybe the season after that back at Chelsea. And then Genesis Antwi, who I absolutely love as a profile, he's tipped to break out in men's football next season. I thought there might have been an opportunity for him to be a sort of wing back under Xabi Alonso, but he wasn't included in the pre-season squad. So I imagine they're lining up a loan again in the championship, or even perhaps at Strasbourg. And then the other players in the under-18s national champions, there's a cluster of talent as well. There's Louis Richards, a really good right back, although he's listed as a midfielder on the website for under 21s, which is interesting. Olutayo Subuloye, he didn't break out last season, but he really stepped up last season and perhaps could break out fully next season. Leo Cardoso, Sol Gordon, some really good attackers as well in there. And the other 2 players that were listed in the pre-season squad, Reggie Watson and Mardi Nicol Jazuli, 2 16-year-olds who have just signed their scholarship. Nicol Jazuli started against Crawley as well in the behind closed doors friendly. But I already made a video on the scholarships players, and they're in there, so you can watch that one after this. And then a little bit of context for the whole group as a whole, Chelsea's academy. You have the under 21s, who finished at the top of the PL2 regular season table, which has 29 clubs. And then the under 18s, who finished top of the South and the Southern Conference, absolutely smoking Spurs in second. Chelsea got 67 points, Spurs got 54, and then played against the Kings of the North, Man City, who then we smoked 5-1. So the academy were really, really good last season, really successful. But moving on to number 1, it's the kid that won the bleep test. He's made Champions League history. His name is Reggie Walsh, and you probably already know quite a lot about him because he's been in the limelight for a while now. But he's sort of been stepping into it, whereas next season I think it's on him fully. So yeah, he won the pre-season bleep test with the entire first team who aren't at the World Cup. Alonso wanted some extra bodies, I imagine, for just drills, having more players in there for defensive stuff. So got a few academy players. Probably didn't expect Reggie Walsh to win the bleep test out of everyone, showing he's perhaps got the most stamina, best fitness. It shows that he worked very hard over the summer as well. So he sort of broke into the under 21s last season. He started the 25-26 campaign at 16 years old, but then was starting in the number 10 in the under 21s team that then went on to win the whole league, or come first in the league. He is already one of the youngest to ever make a Chelsea senior debut. He is the youngest ever to feature for Chelsea in the Champions League at 17 years old in 2 days, and the second youngest Englishman ever in the competition as well. The season's numbers back it all up too. Over the whole of last season, he got 41 appearances, and for a teenage midfielder, the goals and assists, it was 11 goals and 14 assists across the whole season. And he can sort of play as a deep line playmaker, central midfielder, or number 10 attacking midfielder. At under 18s level, which is where he's playing against people his age, he was ruthless. 7 goals, 3 assists in 8 games. And then playing against older players in the PL2, still creating. He got 3 goals, 6 assists in 15 games. Not to mention 5 UEFA Youth League appearances, and started in the midfield, of course, in the under 18 national title. So he's got real versatility to his game. You can't really pin him down just yet. I think as a 10, he's probably best. He's very creative. His eye for a pass and his technique to make the pass just really high. That could also suit Alonso if we go for like 2 attacking 10s. Anyway, what Alonso demands is technical ability and like high footballing IQ, which Reggie Walsh has both in abundance. But he can absolutely get stuck in too. He's got a strong tackle on him. He doesn't mind a yellow card and could drop deeper down the line in the future. There is a small, honest weak spot. Perhaps a year ago he was quite small, not physically outstanding, and playing in the under 21s at quite a diminutive size in the midfield would have been quite difficult. But over the season that didn't really seem to faze him. And then over pre-season, or over the summer leading up to pre-season, he looks like he's been grafting. There's pictures of him that he looks absolutely wild. He looks big and strong enough for whatever now. Like, he's not going to regress. He was stood next to Xabi Alonso, making him look small. And if he's more physical than one of the best midfielders of all time, then it's fine. And that work ethic is why I've put him right at the top, because he's a clear grafter. He won the bleep test, which just shows his mentality. He's not going to give up. If you don't know about the bleep test, you keep running at higher and higher speed until you just tap out. And it's obviously physical, but it's more mental about how you just don't want to. It's when you tell yourself, yeah, I'm going to stop here. And he's obviously running next to Cole Palmer thinking, no, I'm not stopping. He's going to have to stop before I do, because I'm not going to be the one that stops. And that mentality is just gold. You can have all the talent in the world, but you've got to work hard as well, obviously. So in pre-season, I'm really interested to see where he plays in midfield, and in the coming season as well. I don't think he's going to go out on loan. He's 17. That's quite early for a loan. I think he'll be under 21s, integrated into the first team. I don't even know if a player like Reggie Walsh, if you even give him a loan, like Joshua Chempo, just sort of transition him into the first team. But minutes aren't really the point. He's going to be getting football in minutes in the under 21s. And this time next year, I think he will be a lot, not bigger, but just have a lot more attention on him than now. So get to know. If you don't know, now you know, and you will know, so get to know. So that's a loop closed. For me, this time next year, I think we'll be sat here saying Reggie Walsh is the biggest superstar, but has broken out the most. He's exploded the most out of this 5. But we'll have to wait and see, and make the same video next year. Let me know what you think about any of these players. If you enjoyed this video, I think you'll enjoy this one too, so click here. I'll see you there. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.